Welcome, everybody. You're listening to and watching The Waves of Profit. I'm Scott Patton, and I'm your host. And joining us, as usual, is Alan Maxwell. Hey, Alan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, and you?
Wonderful. So, what happened today in the markets?
Well, it was a pretty good day. Most days are good days, but we'll just cover three quick trades this morning. So this one is SLB, and as always, the people that know our rules go, yes, I see why you traded that, because of this and that. So what are we looking for? Let's go bring up the tracker here for that. Here we go. So I've already hit the buy for the put. Moving forward, I'm already at 9%, so I'm pretty happy. I'm thinking I'll be out. Now, if I would have put the order in fast enough on that low, I probably would have gotten taken out for my 10%. I would have definitely got taken out here, but we're just going to say, well, there you are. You can see it on the screen, the 13%. So we say, okay, great. I like that. That took 4 minutes or less. The next one that happened, we just had to wait a few minutes, was this guy. Now, doesn't this start to look a little familiar? Yes, it does. So I already hit the buy put button. So we're up 5%. We're down a little, up a little. We're waiting for our 10%. It hasn't gone against us. We're just sort of waiting for our money to come in. So this one we ended up having to wait a while. And then you can see now it's starting to go the direction that we expected. And then, come on, baby, be there. And then you're at 11%. You probably would have gotten taken out on the low of that in profit. So we'll say, just for proof, we did that. And then, so here it is at 10.18. This is a little bit low, but I still liked it for other reasons. So it's making money pretty nicely. This is yesterday's high at the bottom of the screen, so I'm just waiting for it to break that, because once it breaks into that zone of yesterday's range, it's probably going to be a good runner. So we're sort of hanging on, almost making, there it is. It broke yesterday's previous high, you can see there, and it just shot down. And so we moved from like 6% profit, boom, it broke it, and 16%. So because I always place my order at get me out at 10%, I would have made 10%. If you like to wait and click, then you'd click now and you say, okay, great, pay me. So either way is good. So those are three of the good trades this morning. Did you want to see some afternoon trades?
Yeah, Alan, let's see some of the things that happened in the afternoon. I
Yeah.
just muted you so that make sure that it was always you on the screen and not me making a noise and coming on. So that's why it
Right.
takes me a second to answer. But yeah, let's see what happened in the afternoon.
Okay, I'm going to show you three or four. Okay, so in the afternoon, the overall market of things that we watched was heading green, and that's why I was looking at green stocks. So here's Apple. Doesn't that pattern look familiar? So here we are, we're moving up and making a bit of profit. It's inching its way, inching its way. But you see what a nice, easy trend this is to follow? So there's your 10%. This is one of those ones that I would actually think about staying in a little bit longer, because it's still a solid green here. And, I would have sold half at 10% because I just like getting paid like that. This kind of marker, but you see it's already moving up, and it continues. I'm just going to hit sell, and we're going to show you what it looked like to the end of the day. So I sold here because of that, and it didn't go a lot higher than that, which is okay. But other trades this afternoon, let me just bring up another list I have. Let's go look at this guy. You can see why this one was a great trade. I won't bother with the percentages. Another great trade is Facebook. We would have liked it here, and you can see that it made money. And there was another one. It was, SPY, which is the overall market. This was another good trade right here, and all of these would have easily made you 10% or more. So that was the day, and this day is January 20th, 2015, when we recorded this.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Alan. So as you can see, it's not that hard to make 10% in 10 minutes, and I think that's going to become our new slogan, 10 in 10, just by following a few simple rules. Of course, we're not going to get into the rules in these videos. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to show you the difference between trading stocks and trading options, which actually brings to the question, Alan, do you have what some of those stocks might have made if you'd maybe bought it yesterday and you were just watching it for today?
Yeah, that's not a happy story by comparison. So let's just look at GMCR, for example, which would have made you money, so that people don't think we're just, always showing the red stocks. In this case, the stock gained about, 1.9% since it opened this morning. So 1.9%, and it took you all day to get there, versus that would have been easily 15%, easy, if you would have done that one. But if we go look at, for example, I know we bought red stocks, but let's go look at the one green one that we did, which was Apple. So Apple, if you would have held it all day, would have made you 0.8%, less than 1%. And here I showed you, you would have made, at least 10%, maybe 13%, and you didn't run the risk of it going down. See, I would not, and this is why I don't like holding stocks, is I don't like this part of stock option. Options, yes, but holding stocks, that's not the part I like. So, these are wonderful days in stocks. If you're holding stocks in these days, that's not so good. So, a few months ago it was 120 bucks. Today it's 108, 109. That's not the kind of investing I like.
No, kind of going in the wrong direction. So we're showing you basically how you can make 10% in 10 minutes. Maybe it'll be a little bit longer, maybe it'll be a little bit more, maybe it'll be a little bit less. But if you're just buying the underlying stock and holding on to it, you'd be lucky if you made money, and you might make a few percentages. And the chances are tomorrow you would lose those percentages. And that's it for our show today. Thank you very much for joining us, and you can find out more about the way we train and the way we use our software at www.wavesofprofit.com. Thanks for joining us, everybody. See you next time.